We've got the whole team, I believe, or at least most of them, where we're going to be able to pin them down to what's going to happen tomorrow night. Coach, good evening.
Thank you guys for having us. This is awesome, man.
I always enjoy. Got the number 3 ranked Hawks in the house. Heading to most expensive high school stadium in the country tomorrow.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool experience for the guys, and we talked about that a little bit with them last week when we secured the venue. You know, we want to try to get home games and see if we can negotiate that, but we also want to give these guys awesome experiences, and I feel like we've been able to do that, and we've been fortunate to get in the Star, to get in Prosper Stadium, to play at Toyota, where the Division I AA National Championship is, and now, you know, Melissa, which received national attention. It's going to be a good experience for these guys.
Well, tell us about this season. I know that you and I have talked a little bit about, you know, how it's definitely assumed that it's a special one with your son being a senior, also catching your 100th win for Pleasant Grove. Tell us a little bit about this season and, you know, what you're looking forward to most tomorrow night.
Yeah, I think the most special thing about this season so far is just, I mean, what you alluded to earlier. It's a people. I mean, it's not just Jackson. You know, these kids, we get close to every class that comes through, but there probably is a little bit deeper intimacy when they're over at your house all the time since middle school, and our coaches are super relational, and they're awesome. So that makes the journey pretty sweet, because that's what it's about. It's the people you enjoy it with. And then you add in that this squad's mega talented. I mean, this is probably the most talented group that I've been around, and even when I was at Plano, we had 6,000 plus students. We didn't have this many studs on one particular team. We might have been deeper in some areas, but really talented group, really humble group, and it's been a phenomenal season, you know, so far. Really, really fortunate with the injury bug type thing, and then just attitudes. I think we're getting better and better each week, so we're hopefully going to keep pushing this thing out, and we want to play for 5 more weeks.
Coach, statistically, data coming from Texarkana Friday Night Lights, I think Eddie Hackelman put this together, averaging 49.5 points a game, giving up 15, 453.5 yards of total offense every game. Statistically, this is the best team you've ever coached. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, statistically it is. Yeah, statistically it is. And, you know, we're in a different style of offense than we were in 17, 18, and 19, because the wing T, you know, we were able to put up a lot of points, and it was more ball control, and this one's more wide open, and so we're going to have more possessions. Our defense, what's equally impressive is that they're going to have to stop people more, and they've been able to do that. Holding, you know, opponents to 15 points a game is phenomenal, but I would say half of those points came in the second half when we're getting 2s and 3s in. So I think our defense, our ones, are averaging giving up 7 or less a game.
Yeah, and you guys, you know, co-defensive coordinators, how does the workload work on that? I know both of you guys are very spirited guys on the sideline, we'll say. So how does that workload work for y'all?
It's just a really good balance on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, we've got like the blessing is I think we've got really like 5-6 coaches that could all be defensive coordinators, and so like I think we kind of share the title. But you look at Coach Patterson, you look at Coach Henry, you look at Coach Hart, and then obviously Ty and myself kind of have the title. But we've got 5 dudes on that side of the ball that could easily be in that same role, and I think that's really an awesome thing for us, because now when it comes to game planning, when it comes to coaching, we can all coach each other's positions, we can all coach on game day. And then you add Coach Perlman to that mix, you add some of our other middle school guys to that mix, like Coach Kennedy. I mean, we've got a really veteran defensive staff, and it makes our job a lot easier, like as the coordinator type title deal, just having other really good coaches, like, and that's been awesome for us.
Yeah, I think a big thing that's really helped us kind of navigate the just sharing it is just there's no egos, and I think that we both have since day one have tried really hard to leave those at the door, and that's not just me and Darby. That's our whole coaching staff, is everyone's working together and not really worried about whose idea makes it into the game plan or whose you know stunt that we're going to be running Friday night or any of that kind of stuff. It's just we're all working together and trying to put our kids in the best position to win a game, And so you see that come out in the way that we work in the office throughout the week, on the weekends, and then also on Friday night, just how we enjoy being around each other. So that's been, I think, the biggest part is Coach Darby is one of the smartest, if not the smartest, defensive mind I've ever been around. And he is just extremely sharp and relational and does a great job. And so I think we work well together because he doesn't have an ego, and none of these guys do. And they just want to coach ball and love kids and put them in the best position to win. And so I think that's what helps us make this situation work. So.
Well, some of the names coming from last year, we knew to look at with y'all's defense and how y'all were going to play this year. But Noah Sexton has been so impressive, and I'm not going to say just came out of nowhere because I think he had some peaks last year that sort of opened up some eyes. But tell us a little bit about him and what he's brought to this team this year.
Yeah, he is just he's the embodiment of what we seek to build in this program, and that's just a kid who's completely full tilt all the time in everything that he does, and he pours his heart and soul into his teammates and everything that he does, and just a super talented kid in all aspects. He's a great student, obviously a great football player for us, and then starred in the production this week at the high school as the leading role in Oklahoma. So really just kind of a renaissance man when it comes to that. But starting out the year, he wasn't even a starter for us. He was a backup, but never complained, never changed his work ethic, nothing like that. And I said in one of our meetings hey, Noah's going to eventually make it to where we can't help but start him. Like, we're going to have to start him because he's so productive. And that's how it really started, where he was kind of splitting reps with guys. And then as the year went on, he became more and more productive and kept working and practicing. And so that just made it where we have to put him on the field. And looking at him, you would not ever think, that's the starting linebacker on the number 3 team in the state. But it's just a testament to his work ethic and his belief in himself and just his nature is really helped him really do some amazing things this year.
I think the thing that sticks out with Noah too is he's kind of become like our defensive leader, and he's done that through how he plays, but then also just how he goes and sets the front, how he communicates, how he brings energy. You don't have to know anything about football to see that dude's the first guy on and off the field. And we challenged our guys with that, and that's just been awesome to see him kind of step up and take action on that deal.
And I think, like, back when I played football, probably when y'all played too, like, when we left the facility, like, that was it. We didn't spend time with our coaches. I might have been over to my coach's house. I don't think ever, but let's just say one time because I can't remember, just in case he's watching. Coach Gaddis, shout out. But, man, y'all spend a lot of time.
Yeah.
And I know y'all's families are typically going to be there as well.
Yeah.
But, man, this is like the most unbelievable commitment I've ever seen, and y'all do it every single year. And, I get asked all the time, like, man, like, what's different over there? It's like, I can't really explain it. I don't know how to explain it,
Yeah.
And so what should I tell them?
I would just say, like, relationships are one of our core values, and I think that starts at the top with Coach Gibson. I remember when I first came here on my interview and kind of got the job and wanted to work strength and conditioning, Coach opened up his house to me and my wife to stay there. And from that kind of moment on, I was like, I don't think any of my coaches in my past history working with or playing under would have opened their crib up for me to stay the night because I'm going to work for a couple days. And that's when I noticed kind of something was different about this place. And just from him, like how he opens up his house and the time he spends on the relational piece of it is, it's the biggest part of our program. And I think it's kind of what drives the thing. And, it's a lot of fun with our kids. Like, it's really easy to come to work every day when you love the kids that you're coaching and they love you back. And I think that just starts at the top with Josh, and he just does such a phenomenal job kind of spearheading that and sets the example for all of us that his house is always open to any one of these guys or any one of us. And he's the first guy that's going to be there to lend a hand if someone needs something.
Yeah, to me, it's not we got to do this or we got to go spend time. We got to take our kids to a game or a camp or have them over at the house. Like, it's fun, and I know for my family, I have 2 young boys and a young daughter, and I had my son's birthday was a few weeks ago, and we had a couple football players come by and go to be there for his birthday party, and that was huge to him. And it's just the kind of guys they are. I didn't make them come; they wanted to come, and I just think it's one of those things. Like Darby said, it's the culture that that Coach Gibson has set and the tone that he has set, where we just enjoy being around each other. And I think that's kind of where the secret sauce, so to speak, is just we love spending time together and being around each other. And so it's not it's a have to, it's a get to, and we're always looking for ways. Tonight's a perfect example of how can we spend more time together, how can we create more special moments with each other. And so I think that when you see us doing those things, that's all we're trying to do, is just continue to build relationships with each other and take advantage of the time that we have.
Coach, I know you're a humble guy, so I'll toot your horn for you. Everybody who follows Texas high school football knows how tough of a state this is to win in. You've been ranked in the top 10 the last 7 years straight. 6 of those 7 years you've been ranked in the top 5. Man, you can do, let's say, 2 years and get lucky, 3 years if you're really lucky. Man, 7 years in a row.
Yeah, man, I would say I'd flip it right back to these guys and our kids. I mean, and that's the thing with football. You cannot stand out alone in this sport, and you can't stand out with a few good ones. You have to have a lot of really good guys. And so I think there's a vision in place, but I think the thing that's the most special is these guys take it and drink it and go full tilt in it, and they've made me better, they've made each other better, and they'll tell you that. We have so many coaches with unique strengths, and then these guys get to see this, what it is to be a great dad and what it is to be a servant leader, and they're learning, and over 50% of our kids don't have a dad at home. And so now they're getting to see how that is. And I think that's really important. It's like, well, you just went off the success thing. My dad was my hero, and I would have done anything. If he would have said, I'm moving to North Dakota and I want you to come coach with me, I would have went there as a young coach, and I would have followed him because that's how much I believed in him. And relationships and belief are two of our core values. And I think the belief part is off the charts when you treat them like you're their own, and it's not talk. Last year we were going to bring in somebody new to our staff, and the coach said, this guy will check every single box. And I said, well, what's a weakness that he has? And he said, man, I don't know if he has one. He said, maybe, he's probably not the type of guy that is going to have kids over to have burgers at his house and stuff like that. And I didn't even bring that up. And I was like, conversation's over. Like, I talked to the guy, I closed it out, but I was like, unless you're going to treat these guys like you're their own, and they'll kill themselves for you, they'll break their necks for you, but they'll want to grow for you because of how much you've invested in them, and then we want them to grow. Like, that's our job, that's our calling, and these dudes do as good a job, and the rest of our staff, of pouring into people as I've ever been around. My dad's 70 years old, and he said when he has a chance to be a part of our program now, he's like, man, this is the best I've seen it. And he was a heck of a coach. He's in 2 Hall of Fames. And so he's saying that because of who these guys are. And we're going to lose some of them at some point. It's going to be tough, but they've modeled what it is to be a great assistant, a great coordinator, a humble guy that is where their feet are and doesn't push and worry about selfish things. And they take off because of that. And I know some good things are about to happen for these guys here pretty soon.
Coach, real quick, tell us what to expect from the game tomorrow. Tell us a little about Caddo Mills.
Yeah, I think, they have an uber-talented quarterback who's really athletic. We faced him last year. We feel like this is a game, if our kids practice like they have the past couple of weeks, we're peaking and we're growing right now. We haven't kind of hit a spot where we're tired at this course of the year or we're going backwards. We're getting healthy. We got 2 kids back last week and hope to get another kidder back in the next week or 2. But I think this is a game where we're going to go out and play our best football game. And if we do that, our team and our coaches feel right now we can play with anybody in the state of Texas. And that's not a hey, let's beat our chest. They're that talented, and they really have a high belief in themselves right now. And when high school kids play that way, I think it's awesome. So we can't take anybody lightly. We'll go out there and play the best football game of the year tomorrow, Thursday night at Melissa, and have a great experience, and then get ready for another Thanksgiving game, which is an awesome experience to have. No school, prepare together, enjoy ourselves, and that's a really sweet week. So we're looking forward to trying to earn that.
Awesome. Well, guys, let's do this. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back with some offensive linemen, I believe, if I remember right.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
We are back, and we've got the gentlemen who do all the heavy lifting and moving. And Caleb, I'm going to let you introduce who we've got with the headsets and then the guys behind.
All right, so we start on the right. We got our left tackle, Joseph Bailey, undersized offensive lineman, but he's about the hardest player you've ever seen. We got our right tackle, Cade Martin. Love playing beside him, a great guy, great player. I'm Caleb Hackman. I play right guard. We got Caden Allen as our center. Love playing with that guy. Then behind us, we got Stokes. He also plays center, Spencer Stokes. And then Daryl Smith Jr., who plays left guard. So, yeah, this is 5 starting offensive line.
Well, of the offensive linemen, typically the only time that y'all really get your name called out is when something goes wrong, offsides or whatever the case may be. And probably the position that just gets the least called is probably going to be center.
Yeah.
So what do you look at? Because you've got some guys who want the stats, you've got some guys who want the glory and whatever else. What makes you want to go in each and every week and just bust heads?
Just doing it for my teammates because I love these guys so much, and doing it for my coaches because I love them too. Because I'm playing for something bigger than myself, playing for this program, and then also of course playing for these guys. So that's my why.
Well, and Kate, I'll go with you. Multi-sport athlete. How do you be able to get into the mindset back into football after summer?
I've been playing these sports for a very long time now, and I've always enjoyed it. Love being around these guys and the rest of the team, and I'm always looking forward when baseball's over to come back into football and just get things going again.
Now, one of the things that we look at each year is, the injury bug and things like that. Relatively, y'all have been rather healthy. Joseph, you missed a few games at the beginning, and definitely, glad to see all of y'all working together. But y'all are all seniors, so y'all spent a lot of time with each other. Tell us a little bit about that unique relationship, and then what y'all are leaving behind to the guys underneath you.
I think a lot of us, it's kind of like playing beside, some of your best friends. A lot of us, we hang out outside of school. We see each other practically every day, even on weekends. So, I feel like we're just probably one of the most, tight-knit groups as far as, position groups on our team. And, what was the other thing you said? Sorry, I forgot.
Well, as far as the underclassmen, what type of legacy are y'all leaving? Because, there's some big holes that they're going to have to fill next year.
I feel like we're going to have a lot of underclassmen step up next year because, there's a lot of people behind us like KJ Greer. You got Bugs Mathis. He actually started a lot this year when Joe was out. And, I know they'll be able to pick up our slack. I'm confident in all of them playing under us, so I have a feeling that there won't be very much of a drop-off.
Well, one of the things that I saw during the games that Joseph missed, you were still a cheerleader on the sideline.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the role that you took when you weren't on the field.
Well, like before that, we were doing a little bit of roundabout with who would be playing left tackle, and I was trying to teach them until we eventually landed on Bugs moving from, I think, center to left tackle, and I made sure I teach him all the plays, and before the game I'd go over steps for pass pro and anything I possibly could to make sure that he'd be ready to play in the game.
Well, I know that we've had the addition of some defensive linemen that have sort of trickled in and become starters. I know that sort of took a little bit off of y'all because I know some of y'all were playing both ways. What would y'all prefer to play both ways every once in a while, or is offense where y'all would want to play? And we'll start here and go down the line.
I just want to do whatever the team needs. If they need me on defense, I'll play defense. If they need me on offense, I'll play offense.
Yeah, that's probably the same way I feel. I mean, I don't mind playing defensive line, but I mean, O-line is what I love doing, so I'd go offensive line all day.
I'm going to have to hit on what Caden said. I agree. I think going both ways, it's pretty fun. You get both sides of the ball, and it kind of looks good on like your resume too. And whatever you can do to help out the team is what you got to do.
Like, obviously, I love playing football. I want to play as much football as I possibly can. But I know that at the end of the day, like you'll see the D linemen later, I can do a better job than them, and I want the team to win more than anything. And I want for them to be able to be greater than I ever could.
Well, Caleb, you can speak for Darryl in this one as well. One of the series of plays that I really enjoy watching is when Akari rolls out and has one of you big guys right in front of him.
Yes, sir.
And I mean, there's some times where you've got a defensive back that has made the unwise decision that maybe he's going to come in, try to get Akari. I mean, how do y'all feel once you're out there, basically the only one protecting him, but know that you got Akari behind you?
Yeah, I think it feels. I really like the feeling of the play because the coaches trust you to get out there and block one-on-one for your quarterback, and you're basically the sole guy out there protecting him. I know it's kind of. You're sitting there in the game, you've been on a long drive, and you get that play call, and you're sitting there pulling. It's like, God dang, I don't want to do this, man. But, at the end of the day, I mean, I just love doing it. I just love playing, right there.
Well, what are y'all looking forward to? What are some things that y'all have noticed this week in preparation for tomorrow night's game?
We were playing odd front row. No, was it odd or even? It was odd this week.
Yeah.
We got 4-eye, no shade, 5, sometimes shift, and we always go through the fronts before game, and we make sure we're prepared. I obviously can't go over the game plan, I don't think, without Coach coming down here and smiting me.
That's fair.
But
That's fair. Well, what do you? I know some of you faced some of their defensive line last year. I mean, what do y'all remember about last year's game that you can probably improve on this year?
I'd say just getting a body on a body, not whiffing on guys and letting guys get through. Just giving our running backs a lane to run through.
Well, one of the things, and it's I get caught an analyst every once in a while and talking head and whatever else just because I help on game day. And there's some times where I have to eat crow. And I was probably a little hard on y'all early in the season. And I've shared with some of you, y'all have improved so much since the beginning of the season. And kudos to y'all to be able to do that. And, Coach Gibson shared a little bit earlier, the team just seems like it's peaking. And so with that going on and the improvement that I've seen, that y'all have had, made the last probably 7-8 weeks, y'all are gelling. And so it's exciting for me to watch what y'all do, especially when I see the other guys, basically laying face down into the grass with y'all on top of them, because I've been seeing more and more pancakes as well. So tell us a little bit about, what you do just to get ready for a game. Because, the mentality, sometimes y'all are by yourself. You got one guy that you got to take care of and keep them out of the play. What's that mentality? I wasn't a lineman in high school, so I definitely wouldn't know.
I would say it starts during practice. We're fortunate, like you said, we have a lot of good defensive linemen on our team, so I just feel like getting the look and going against them, and, you're both out there playing as hard as you can. Somebody's going to slip up and make a mistake, and I think you just kind of have the mindset of like, I'm going to go drive this guy in the ground. I'm going to be nasty. I'm going to do everything I can to dominate this guy, you know. I just feel like it's a whole mindset, whether you're playing one side or the other. It's just a trenches top deal.
I agree. I'm going to hit on the practice thing. I think we got some guys that play on scout team that give us a better look in practice than the guys in the game would give us, like what we're getting in the game. And we got like BJ and Kiki, Foster, and those are 3 really great looks that we get in practice every week. And it kind of just prepares us for the game. And by the time Friday comes, we're completely ready and ready to knock some heads off.
Joseph?
The thing about football is we play probably like 4 times more plays in practice than we do in the games. And once you get to the games, like I agree with him, our scout team is about 100 times better than most of the teams we play a lot of the times. And, you know, going up against that look will get you ready for the game. And once you're in the game, it's easier, or you've been practicing all week. It's just routine at that point.
Well, this team has the possibility to become the second most winningest team as far as y'all's grade. And so the legacy that y'all are living is definitely one that y'all can be proud of. And wish y'all the best this week. And I'm not going to ask y'all about the following week because y'all need to be focused. But we've got some big games coming up, and just wish y'all the best.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We'll be back with a few more players a little bit later.
Life is busy, and we get it. The State Bank mobile app was designed to make banking more convenient for you. Check account activity, make transfers, pay bills, and manage your debit card in a snap. You can deposit checks from the convenience of your home or wherever life lands you. The State Bank app lets you organize your accounts, manage alerts, and easily email our customer service experts. Now that you have State Bank at your fingertips, you can spend more time doing what's important to you.
Your family, your bank, State Bank.
We are back once again with the Pleasant Grove walk-on takeover evening, and we've got 3 young men that have definitely been explosive and impactful on the offensive side. We've got Jackson Gibson, Akari Johnson, and Mr. Bordley. How are you doing?
Good. How about you?
And I'm living the dream up here with y'all 3. I'm good.
You know, my wife was reminding me when we started doing walk-ons here, y'all were freshmen.
For real?
Yeah. Well, the first time we did a walk-ons here, because Jalen – I'm sorry, Bordley. First name is Jalen. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, you were up here because we had you up for an interview and you didn't talk.
Oh, I don't remember.
It was right after that Nashville game where you just went off.
Oh yeah.
Kind of went off. I ain't gonna, for freshmen,
okay, Okay.
But man, shout out to walk-ons for having us on this long. But yeah, man, it's been exciting. Been an exciting season. We were up here talking with coaches earlier. It's a record-breaking season on offense. Kari, you've already broke a bunch of records. Jackson, you broke a single. What all you broke? Single game receiving record with 4 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm. And then
my man Sergio Rodriguez has 15 on a season, and you're at 12.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Sorry, Sergio. Records are made to be broken.
Coming at that. Kari, we had the opportunity. Pardon me. We had an opportunity to talk to your offensive line, before y'all's segment. And I went ahead and ate a little crow because I sort of gave him a little hard time early in the season. But the improvement that I've seen is just incredible from the first couple of games. Tell me a little bit about the faith that you have in your line and what they mean to you.
I'll say one thing about them is I know they're going to give it their all the time, and I know they're going to do what it takes to protect me. And I feel like in our offense, nothing flows without them. If we don't have the offensive line, we're not in any game. The reason we're 11-0 right now is because of the offensive line.
Well, Jalen, we mentioned how we had you on your freshman year, and you came in and just, impressed so many folks. And this year, I've seen a little bit of that back in you and some of those just real good, tough runs. I know we lost a little weight to get there. But, the last few games you've really, really excelled and took over Akari's role in the leading the team in rushing. So tell us a little bit about, what you've done the last few weeks in order to get –
I'll just say it's the off season. Like we've been working all day, every day in the off season. We grind every day. Like we already know what we want to do. Like, and the goal is to go win state. Like we do this every day. Like we don't play around. So that's what I say.
Well, Bordley, I just want to say I like the 200-pound Bordley better. Just my opinion, But, no, man, this has been, obviously my professional career is just around sports. And it sounds great, but when you have to watch football Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday to keep up with everything, it's not always fun. Watching y'all is a lot of fun right now. I mean, it's just Akari, it don't matter what's happening back there. Like you're going to find a way to maneuver out of a situation. I'm standing in the back of the end zone the other night. Of course, you didn't throw the ball to Jackson even though he's wide open. But Jackson's on the other side of the end zone, realizes you're scrambling. Jackson takes off, and you end up finding Lance for a touchdown. But it's just things you don't see very often, especially in high school. I mean, those are college. I mean, we know you're going to go to University of Arkansas. We're watching college players really play in high school right now, and it's fun, man. Like, obviously, I mean, 12-0 right now, 11-0, 12-0 after tomorrow. How much fun is it right now? Because I know football's not always fun, but how much fun is this season right now for you guys?
Oh, it's really fun. I mean, I say football is always fun when you're winning.
Yeah.
I mean, we're playing for a purpose. I mean, it's our senior year, it's our last ride. So, I mean, it'd be wrong for us not to go out there and enjoy it.
And Jackson, man, you've had unbelievable season. Going over the top of people last week. Head tapping them? Is that what it's called? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got a good picture of that. A good video. Maybe not a picture. No, I did get both.
Yeah.
Man, it's just the stars aligning for you right now, or has this always been the Jackson Gibson?
No, it has
Shout
not.
out Instagram.
The first year on varsity was last year. I had one touchdown last year, a couple of yards. I think it just goes to I got my opportunity this year. RJ went on to go play college football. That was who was in front of me last year. But I got my opportunity this year and worked hard in the offseason, and I guess you could say stars are kind of aligning.
Man, having a great year, man. Really proud of you. Really proud of you.
So, Jackson, one of the things that I think that you have some similar traits with some of the past good wide receivers that Pleasant Grove had. You're able just to find open spots, and I mean, there's times where the gift that Akari has in his legs enables him to extend the play a little bit. But when do you make that decision that this route's done? I've got to go find an open spot. I mean, tell us about that mentality that you have.
I mean, we used to not pass the ball a whole bunch, being in the other offense. So it kind of got instilled in my mind when a pass play's called up, like you ain't stopping until the whistle's blown. But probably just going until the whistle's blown, and that wing tee kind of mindset of like you got your opportunity, you go do something with it.
Well, up here, Jalen, you're not. Jackson's not the only one that can catch a ball. You've got a couple of TDs as well. I believe you've got 4 and over 390 yards. So you've got over 1,000 yards total offense. But what would you rather do? Catch the ball or just take the rock right straight from a car?
I'd rather go catch it because, I mean, I know like Kari trusts me enough to like he gonna throw it and I'm gonna come down with it every time. So that's why passing and me going out for a ball is so fun.
I tell you, Jalen, one of the best plays, most memorable plays that I don't know if I'm ever going to forget. I can't remember who y'all are playing. Star overtime.
Glenn Rose.
Yeah, who was that?
Glenn Rose.
All right, that catch in the end zone was like game day top 10 forever. That was great. What a great throw. It was a great catch though. No, I'm just kidding, Carr. it was awesome.
Carr, you was hurt that game, wasn't you?
Yeah, that was Jared.
Jared.
Oh, my bad.
No,
I was trying to make fun
I played,
of
but I
Carr,
didn't play quarterback.
Yeah.
Well, Akari, what are some of the things that you've looked at this week to get prepared for tonight's game?
I mean, I'd say just I went in this game like with the same mindset. It's like we just got to go out there and do what we need to be done. I mean, just play ball. I mean, try to stay healthy, get out the game, and prepare for next week.
Awesome, guys, man. We appreciate y'all. We'll be following y'all to the game tomorrow. Best of luck. And let's just take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Sorry.
Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, or maybe a new or pre-owned boat or RV, care for a car wash, had a fender bender, or you need service on your vehicle, boat, or RV, we have it all when you let us exceed your expectations at Greg Orr Auto, Marine, and RV in Shreveport, Texarkana, and Ashdown. Shop hassle-free and always be treated like family while choosing from our sensational selection. In Shreveport, visit Orr Acura, Orr BMW, Orr Cadillac, and the Greg Orr Pre-Owned Super Center. In Texarkana, Classic Buick GMC, Classic Cadillac, Classic Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Classic Kia, Classic Mazda, Classic Pre-Owned, the Classic Car Wash, Greg Orr Marine and RV, Greg Orr Collision, and Classic Chevrolet in Ashdown. Or visit gregorrauto.com.
We are back once again with three more Hawks, and I'm going to let Cade McFadden take the honors of introducing who we have with us on now.
We got Xavier Johnson, Zay Johnson, and Torian Phillips.
Well, tell us what y'all have done this week to prepare for tomorrow night's game. Any secrets you can go ahead and let out the house?
Secrets? I don't know about secrets, but we just been practicing, doing the normal thing, watching film, just preparing for this team we playing, Cattlemen.
Yeah, it's been exciting watching y'all play this. I know we said this to every group, but it really has been exciting watching you guys. I'm not used to Pleasant Grove having a great defensive backfield, and this year y'all are elite. Everybody's making plays. It's fun to watch. Saw your big hit last week. I mean, y'all been making big hits all year, but out of everybody up here, McFadden's probably not laid the hardest boom, if I had to guess. But anyways, guys, I was joking if y'all know. I mess with these guys. But I just asked the same group, so I'm going to ask y'all again. How much fun are y'all having this year?
I'm having a lot of fun. This is the most fun I ever had, playing football, because these guys, we got a big relationship, a bond that is just, different.
I agree with him, having a lot of fun. We got a lot of chemistry on the team, so we all be around each other 24/7, so it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's the same with me. As y'all see on the field, I am very energetic, and I think just football is a fun sport to me, and I get to let out all my emotions on the field, so that's what I found.
Playing a dual threat quarterback tomorrow, 3,400 yards on the season, 11 guys. I mean, the dude really has been balling. Let's be real, the dude can ball. Which really means they're going to have to throw the ball against y'all quite a bit. I mean, I know a lot of his yards are coming on the ground, but, man, a lot of, opportunities is what I'm getting at that y'all typically may not get, So how excited y'all to play against a team that you're going to have opportunities to make big plays?
I'm very excited because, most of the teams we done played this year have been teams that mostly run the ball, and now we playing a team that can throw the ball. We got an opportunity to get more picks.
I'll say for me, I used to be down in the box, closer to the box a lot, and now I'm back up at free safety. So if I'm playing over the top of everybody, that's just a chance for me, watch where his eyes going and just try to pick one off.
Yeah, that's the same with me because I'm a deep safety, so I'm used to being deep a lot, and having deep balls come my way is really it really helped with my stats a lot. So
So if you're deep safety, you're probably the fastest dude up here, right?
oh, I am the fastest dude in Texarkana, Texas.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Is any of this true, Torian?
Hey, I agree with him.
I wouldn't say Texarkana, Texas, but he the fastest dude on the team.
Yeah.
Well, you got to have a little speed if you're playing deep safety and you've got 6 tackles for loss.
Yeah.
So there's got to be a little speed back there. Between the 3 of you, just looked at the stats. Y'all got 80 tackles solo. So a lot of times y'all are out there one-on-one. What just gives you the confidence to know that if the guy does get the catch or someone comes around the edge, you're going to be that last stop and keep them from getting any additional yardage?
I would usually think just hit them and try to get them down the best way I can, because usually I don't wrap up, but usually when I lay a hit, it'll come with a boom. So yeah.
For me, I mean, I trust myself and because Coach Henry, he a good weight room coach, and I know he does a lot in there for us, and with my body, I know I'll be able to make that play and tackle somebody if I need to, if I'm on my own.
Yeah, I agree with K-Mac. Our lifting coach, Coach Henry, he put a lot of work into us, to make sure that we're strong. And corners usually don't get a lot of opportunities to hit, but he makes sure that we go out there and get the tackle every time.
Well, Torian and Caden, y'all both have an impact on the offensive side as well. Caden, love seeing you running the rock. And then Torian, it just impresses me once you catch the ball, just what you're able to do to some of those defensive backs. And, I sometimes I don't use the word foolish on TV because it's not very nice. But, I mean, sometimes you just make them look foolish. What do y'all look at when you're out there and whether it's catching the ball or running the ball? I mean, what are y'all looking out there on the offensive side?
Well, most of the time when I catch the ball, I'm usually looking inside to see who's coming back inside to look for the cutback, because that's what I do most of the times. I usually cut back and go to the touchdown.
McFadden finds the sideline. That's what I've been noticing.
Yeah, I usually get the ball on the outside. I hit a counter, and it's I'll go downhill, then I'll see the open hole, and I just hit it. Nobody there. Then when I'm on the sideline, I just watch my receivers and how they blocking. I kind of I might slow myself down a little bit so they can get that block, and then after that, I just run.
Xavier, sometimes the reason you don't play offense is you can't catch. I know.
Hold on, we talk about people not catching.
I know you caught 4. I know you've caught 4 this year because you got 4 INTs. But what's the chances we might get to see you on the offense any the rest of the season?
That's really up to the coaches. I mean, I really don't mind not playing offense because I'm a defensive player, in my opinion. But I mean, if it comes to it, I'll catch a ball. It just got to be a ball that I hope I can catch.
And that's why he's on defense.
Hey, man, I know we talked about this in the interview. That was the nastiest stiff arm I've seen in a long time last Friday.
Yeah. A dribble.
Golly. Hey, man, excited for y'all tomorrow night. We're going to be in-house. Appreciate you guys coming on, everything y'all done for game day. I know you guys are seniors, but we appreciate everything y'all done for us, man.
Yes, sir.
Let's do this. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Good luck.
Here at Local Habit Coffee Company, we are true coffee connoisseurs and the area's only third wave coffee shop. We are excited as football and fall rolls around to introduce this year's fall drink lineup. We have an all-organic homemade pumpkin spice latte, a delicious s'mores latte, and finally, a smoked maple bourbon cortado that can only be described as fall in a cup. No matter what your preference, you can get your dose of fall right here at Local Habit. We cannot wait to see you in one of our shops, and remember to go make something good happen.
Lynx, right? I thought that was a nickname.
Alrighty, we are back once again at walk-ons, and got a couple of the bigger guys on the offensive line, and defensive line. Sorry about that.
Let's say don't disrespect them.
Well, I know. So one of the things that's definitely been impressive to me over the last few weeks is the lack of offense that the other team has had. Tank, tell us a little bit about what your role is and what you look forward to tomorrow night.
Really, for me, it's just holding down the middle and make sure nothing comes inside. And, we got BJ beside me. He does the same thing. And Lance and everybody else on the edge keeps everything outside, and they can't get past us.
Well, I know one of the things that's just been so impressive, and, BJ, you've done a tremendous job stepping into the role coming in, halfway through the season.
Dude, I'll co-sign on that.
How quick? How quick was it for you to sort of get the play calls and start becoming comfortable with Eddie next to you?
I've been doing this since my freshman year, so everything's pretty good. I've been doing this. I'm pretty much a fast learner also. So.
You're the only defensive tackle I know that has blocked a punt and recovered it for a touchdown.
Yeah, a lot of people have said that.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Well, there's been a couple of other kicks that he's gotten back there pretty close. So I can see another one happen. I don't know if he's going to recover it, but I think he may get another block before the season's over.
Now you look like you might have been out on that touchdown. I wasn't going to put it in slow motion or nothing, but it still counted though.
Now, Lance, we talk about y'all being on the defense, but you also get to get on the offensive side as well. What do you prefer, defense, offense, or a little bit of both?
It's really just whatever I'm doing better at. So every game it really changes. It's whatever I'm doing good at.
You get tired of being double teamed?
I mean, I'm kind of used to it. Like, I don't even realize it most of the time. Like, they called a holding penalty on me last week. I don't even realize it. I'm just looking at the quarterback and running back. Like, I don't even realize it.
Well, on the defensive side, you got 36 tackles by yourself so far. You got 7 of them tackles for loss, a couple of sacks, hurries galore, and 2 blocks. What do you do to get into the mindset to get through those double teams?
I mean, it's really just trying to play one man. Like, I don't really think about the double team. I'm just thinking about my man I'm still having. I just pay attention to the tackle. And it's just, I mean, if you think about getting double teamed, you're going to get double teamed. So it's just playing one man, get off the block.
Well, one of the things that myself and Matt Fry noticed a lot the last couple of games is anytime the teams tried to take it back up the middle, there was just nothing there. What do y'all do just to keep that walk? I mean, it's just been impressive the last couple of weeks how the offense has just had nothing through the middle.
I think Coach Gibson just instilled it in us, like just playing for our brothers around us, just trying to get the ball back to the offense. Well,
this year you've got probably one of the best defensive backfields that I think Pleasant Grove has put on the field. How much does that give y'all a little bit of, I guess, I'm not going to use the word relief, but just know that those guys, they've got your back just in case you don't get the pressure, that's needed on a particular play.
Yeah, I love being on the field with them boys. It's always easier if the catch we don't make the tackle, but I always try to be there just to, give them some relief also.
Yeah, I feel like it makes us not have as much pressure, just knowing like we can kind of play our own game. Because we have them backing us up and linebackers filling gaps, so we don't really have to pay attention to so much like so technical. We can kind of play free more than what we've been able to in the past, just from how smart our whole defense is and everything.
So what are y'all looking forward to the most about tomorrow night's game?
I'm just trying to score points and get some sacks all night.
Yeah, I'm looking for 2 sacks at least.
Yeah, try to give me a sack, get a couple of tackles, and make plays.
So he's going to be the most sacked quarterback of all time.
Those stats right there would definitely cause a W in the win column.
Yes, sir. Guys, man, we appreciate y'all being on.
Yes, sir.
We'll be with y'all tomorrow night, man. Best of luck. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Let's do this.
Yes,
Take a quick break. We'll be right back.
I appreciate it.
What's it like at Texarkana College? Life-changing. Starting here means you can go anywhere. We offer student support, student life, dual credit, and hands-on training. And now you can enroll anytime. We'll help you start your future at Texarkana College. Get started by visiting us on campus or online at texarkanacollege.edu. Your future starts here.
We are back with our last segment tonight with a group of linebackers, and I'm going to let Noah Sexton here introduce our two partners in crime.
Hi, I'm Noah Sexton.
Landon West.
I was introducing
My
you.
fault.
You go, Boozy.
I'm Ty Boozer.
Well, one of the things that I can say, Noah, is that you had some peak games last year where you started, at least, making a little difference out there. But you have come on like lightning this year. Tell us what you've done in preparation and this. Just tell us about this season for you.
Well, obviously, I'm not a very big guy. I'm not powerful, but just I talked to a lot of younger guys because they talked about how much they struggled with their confidence, and I searched myself, and that was a big reason with me is that I didn't have a lot of confidence. And I was talking about it earlier today. It was the Brock game. First, I got in on a punt first time this year and got down there fast and tackled the guy. And after that, it was just confidence boosting me, and it's just carried through the rest of the season. And I've got a bunch of wonderful guys encouraging me and that just fly around with me.
Well, the defense this year has just been the star, in my opinion. Y'all have done such a good job keeping the other team, out of the end zone. And, a lot of that is just, we've got a very good defensive linebacker role, which I felt was going to be something that, hey, I'm interested in seeing what's going to develop this year. But y'all have gelled to where you're just as strong as any other piece. And then, of course, you've got your defensive backs back there. What have y'all done differently this year than maybe you did previous years? And I'll let all of you answer that one.
I'll say it's just the relationships we've built and just built trust in each other. I know Zay Johnson behind me is going to have my back if I mess up in coverage or if he gets past me, and just I know Lance is going to make a play. He's going to get in the backfield if I need him to, especially BJ and Jamon. I just trust everybody, and then Noah to my left, I'll always trust him to fill his gap when I need him to.
I'm just going to say, like what Landon said, you can rely on every dude out there to do their job. You don't got to try to do too much. You just got to do your job. And the guy beside you and the guy behind you or in front of you is going to do their job, and there's no holes in our defense.
Landon, one of the only thing that I'm going to ask of you is just whisper in the coach's ears, I've got hands. So, early in the season we saw you catch the ball a little bit, so I'd like to see a little bit of that as well. How about you?
Yeah, I've been telling Coach, I got hands. I make plays out there. Just having a Kari out there just makes it a lot easier, and just the O-line especially just blocking for everybody gets it easy. Makes it easy for me to get the ball out there, especially being so short, he can barely see me.
Ty, you were kind of able to show your talent more on the baseball gridiron to start last year and really showed out your talents there. How have you really carried that over to football, and kind of how did baseball season give you confidence heading into football season?
Just really knowing that, I belong there, sometimes it's hard being, on JV a year and then getting brought up and knowing, if you're really ready for it, but you just got to know that if you study enough and you go hard enough, you're good enough to be there like everybody else.
Absolutely.
Well, Ty, I'll stick with you. What does it take to be that dual, sport athlete? I know that there's definitely a different mindset, as far as, baseball and football, but what does it take for you over the summer to get prepared for football?
Just dedication. You can't, if you're a regular high school athlete, or a high school student, you can just kind of really do whatever you want. But if you're trying to play sports, you got to stay in shape, and you kind of got to have your mindset that in the future you want to play sports. So you got to be practicing 24/7 in the summer.
Well, Noah, what are you looking at specifically tomorrow night as far as what's going to be your role, and what are some things that you know that Caddo Mills is going to try to throw at you? The quarterback's good.
Yeah.
I think he's got almost 4,000 total yards. Tell us a little bit about what you expect tomorrow.
I mean,
yeah, you got it.
That's what we were talking about that today. Just especially on the runs, we're always going to be spying the quarterback and just keep an eye out for him. He's our main threat. So just whenever the run, we're always spying the quarterback, keep an eye out for him, make sure he's not cutting back on us.
He's going to do a lot of just run out passes, and we just got to be ready to cover everything. And he's going to try to run the ball, but we're going to have a lot of people there to stop him. We got a great D-line that's going to be there. Linebacker is going to fill in their spot, and our DBs are going to do their job.
So what is it to be able to play for Coach Darby and Coach Taylor as far as just the energy and excitement that they bring to practices and games?
Well, it's just like I've said it multiple times. I'll say it again, that those are two of the best defensive coaches I think that are in the state, maybe even the nation, especially Coach Darby. Anytime we're down in practice, his first juice dude. He's always making sure our energy's right, and when our energy's right, nothing's beating us. Nothing's beating us in game. Nothing's beating us in practice. And Coach Taylor's always getting us in check, always making sure that we're in the right mindset to make sure practice is going good and everything.
I mean, I'll say you'll never meet a guy like Coach Darby. Like, he's always up there. Like, not even when you're not around him in football, he's always like the most loving guy and stuff. So he's a very easy guy to trust. He's always up there. He's very charismatic. Like, he's always going to be in your corner. And Coach Taylor's always welcoming. As our position coach, he has us over to his house a lot, and so they're just both great guys on and off the field.
Landon, a highlight-driven game. I mean, you guys that go out there and scored 60, but you come away with the highlight of the game in that big old hit that you had against Rusk. Kind of tell us what was going through your mind during that play, and kind of looking back at it from video and through pictures of kind of how it's felt after too.
Oh yeah, it's just like the start of the play is offensive line zoning towards my side, and Coach Taylor, every time he says you see zone, go fill the gap, go hit it. The open gap I saw is where I met the running back, and he broke down, so I started breaking down, and then he tried to juke away from me, so I picked him up, tackled him, and then kind of got caught in the heat of the moment, tried to show too much, but luckily good teammate kept me in check, make sure we didn't get no 15-yarders right there.
Absolutely.
Well, one of the things that I've noticed is each of you is just very good about being at the right place at the right time. And in Landon, there's 5 particular plays where you've definitely done that, where I think you've got 3 fumble recoveries and 2 interceptions.
Yes, sir.
Team leading in turnovers right now.
Yes, sir.
So what do y'all do to put yourself in the right place at the right time?
It's just we practice that like every after every down or after every practice play, we have a turnover play. We have a turnover play where a coach is playing quarterback, throws a pick, fumble, anything, and we're just practicing, making sure. And then we have turnover circuit that we practice every day, picking up fumbles, picks, pass breakups, just coaches getting us ready for that, because our main goal is to get as many turnovers as we can on defense.
Well, gentlemen, it's been good talking to you here tonight, and we're looking forward to a very, very good game tomorrow, and just continue to the streak to get it to 12-0. And is there anything else that y'all would like to share before we call this an evening?
I just do want to remind everybody that tomorrow night is only an audio stream only. We didn't get the rights to NFHS for a full video game, but we will have an audio stream on Facebook and YouTube that you can check out. It'll try and have as much information as possible, along with Jay and Matt talking over it. So that will be tomorrow at 6:30 live on Facebook and YouTube.
And just challenge all those that are listening tonight, make the drive. It's a phenomenal facility, and you're probably going to see a better team. So we'll call it an evening here from Walk-Ons. And, gentlemen, appreciate having y'all on tonight, and good luck tomorrow.